What's your gut feeling on Kyogo, Mick? I mean, obviously, I asked Brendan Rodgers about it after the game on Saturday, and as much as he said he wanted him to stay, it was fairly non-committal, I must admit. I mean, he wasn't very convincing in terms of being desperate to keep him at the club. I just wonder, when you look at Kyogo, I know Brendan Rodgers kind of shot this down yesterday about body language and stuff, but you look at Kyogo at the weekend, I just wonder whether no he's feeling it might be time for a move. But the balance is Celtic obviously want him for these Champions League games for young boys and Aston Villa obviously away. Can you see? No, do you think he'll go in this window, or do you think it'll be, if he does go, it'll be the summer?
I can't see him going this window unless there's a seriously big offer and the player himself is seriously. I just take him to go. We touched on it again with Brendan Rodgers yesterday, and he was quite interesting. His answers yesterday in today's paper as well. He's not going to stand in anyone's way who wants to go. If you want to go, you'll go, as long as there's money on the table. So if there is a hint that he's eyeing a move elsewhere, he'll be out the door. And the key is having a contingent and having a replacement lined up. But I just think that at the moment, I don't think Kygo's in that position. I don't think he is. Speaking to guys, the players who train every day, he's still the same kind of character behind the scenes. I'm not sure about the celebration thing. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's just getting a bit blasé about it. I don't know. But I can't see them selling in this window. I just can't see it. But the other side of it is he's 29. This is potentially his last big move. Also potentially Celtic's last big chance to sell him. In terms of getting money in from him. So if a £10 million bid comes in, you think, well, that might move the dial. But there's too many big games ahead to even consider anything. I don't think it was sold.
D-Man's in the comment section, guys, and I know you said this yesterday, Keith, that you found that Atlanta United announcement a bit suspicious. He says, I'm sure a multi-billion-dollar organisation just announced the wrong player. Happens all the time. I did find that really strange as well. We announced the wrong player. I mean, seems a bit strange to me.
Especially
it wasn't the club, was it? It was
the MLS.
It was the MLS.
Yeah. But Atlanta United have been interested in him before. I
Yeah.
I think they registered their interest before we're trying to buy him. They clearly want a striker. I mean, I think I'm right in saying they've bid something like 18 million for the boy Latty Lat at Middlesbrough. So they clearly get money to spend, and they want a centre forward in. So, like you say, Daniel, I mean, there's usually no smoke without fire.
Right.
It's a strange one, and we did discuss also previously that sometimes clubs, when they go into the Asian market, in order to help assimilate players, they'll maybe bring in a couple, 2 or 3 from the same sort of neck of the woods to make them, make it more comfortable for them in the dressing room, make it easier for them to get to know the group. And we do know that Atlanta have already signed one Japanese international. So, and you look at what Ange Postecoglou did. He bought bulk from the Far East, and it was to Celtic's benefit. And Scott Burns mentioned to us yesterday or a couple of days ago that he's aware that the interest was absolutely genuine in the summer. But at that point, Celtic didn't have any strikers. I don't think they'd got the deal for Adam Ida done yet. I can't see any sense in Celtic selling at this point, especially not with so many big games to come over the horizon. Champions League. If the Champions League campaign was over and there was no chance of progression, then maybe you think, well, make some money there. But with the Champions League still in play, no, I just can't see it. I can't imagine what figure Celtic would look at and say, yeah, that's a deal we can't refuse, because Celtic can refuse just about anything right now. More chance Kyogo's time might come around at the end of the season.
See as well,
I think that is a distinct possibility.
It's not as though Adam Ida's been firing them in either. He's not scored in any of his last 11 appearances. So
that's the thing. I mean, as Mick says, if they sell Kyogo in this window, they would need to have a replacement already lined up, because, as you say, Ida's not exactly firing. I mean, undoubtedly, Ida would probably come in then and be the first pick, every week until they get somebody else in. But I mean, what is it? He's not scored in 11.
No, you'd need to be able to bring in, if you're going to placate people on this one, you'd need to bring in a striker who's proven at the highest level, and that means he's a Champions League goal scorer. and you'd need to bring him in to front it up. Otherwise,
Because that's what Kyogo gives you. Isn't it?
yeah, I just don't think the Celtic fans would tolerate that, and I don't think the board are silly enough to, when they don't need the money, they're sitting on a handsome pile of coins right now. That it's not something they need to do. Therefore, even if 10 million now and they risk going down to 8 million in the summer, so what? It's not something Celtic need to do.
Mick, your request to buy Paul Archibald's request to buy a pie is not going down well.